Welcome to Dr. Jester Rant, and I'm gonna rant about this. From Bounding into Comics, a Wokeminator. Dark Fate actress Mackenzie Davis attempts to explain why the movie failed at the box office. Are you trying to explain why Wokeminator failed? This ought to be interesting. The Wokeminator Dark Fate actress Mackenzie Davis recently shared her thoughts on why she believed the movie failed at the box office. This ought to be interesting. The film bombed at the domestic box office, only bringing in 62.2 million over its entire run. Well, that's actually kind of very low, considering the production values and all the things that go on movies on this day and age. This number would be fine 30 years ago, 30 years ago today. Of his entire run, it would fare a lot better at the international box office, bringing in 188.1 million for a combined worldwide gross of 250.3 million. That number might seem pretty big until you realize that according to the numbers, the production budget was 185 million, meaning the film only made 1.54 times its production budget. And that's also not counting the marketing budget, which usually is as big or bigger than the movie. That's usually on 21st century movie productions. And the marketing budget is usually as big or bigger. That sometimes you wonder why. Now, let's keep going. The Hollywood Reporter would claim the movie faces losses of 120 million plus for partners Skydance Media, Paramount Pictures, and 20th Century Fox, with which each put up 30% of the 185 million budget. Another 10% was put by China's Tencent. China! So 120 for 185, so 280, well, more than 300 million, so this movie costed at the end. At the time of the film box office bomb, analysts blame IP Eric Handler of MKM Partners stated it is time to let this franchise finally go to the great beyond. No, it's finally time to let this franchise ditch the social justice shenanigans and make the movie for the actual fans who actually made the franchise what it is today, or before this movie came out. Because the last before this shithole of a movie, it was a fine movie. The one that the last sequel before this piece of shit was actually a good movie. I watched it. Some people criticized it, and I said, it was actually okay. Wasn't great. It wasn't absolutely stunning, but it was okay. It was watchable. It was Terminator-ish. Wokeminator is not a Terminator movie, even though it has Arnie in there. At the time of the well, Jeff Buck at Exhibitor Relations stated it's definitely the end of the line for the Terminator franchise in its current iteration. That said, IPs are harder to kill off than Jason Voorhees these days. Yes, despite the SJWs making their extreme effort, giving them the 110% in trying to kill a franchise, they're still a bit harder to kill today. Even though they gave everything to kill Star Wars, we still have Mandalorian, who is still doing okay. I still have to watch it, but from what I've been told, it's great. Here we have it, folks. SJWs are good at killing shit, but apparently not as good as one thought. Kind of like life in the universe. Life, it's difficult to kill once it sets foot. I wonder if life on Mars had an SJW, and the SJW was so successful that life was completely wiped out. Or was it? Questions. So expect a new series in 5 years on CBS All Access, probably animated this time. Wokeminator, Dark Fate. Comes Corporal there. Whoa! Okay. Sorry, I had to fix the antenna yesterday and my body is a wreck. Apparently I'm getting old. Once you get my age, you start wondering, hey, things like this didn't used to make me question my health. But after you go up on the roof and try to fix an antenna, decides to kind of what was it? Trying to. The antenna decided to. Well, let's put it this way. It. Whoop. So, my body's broken. Anyway, let's keep reading the article. Conscorpal der Garabedian stated, the goodwill and brand equity created by the first two Terminator films was arguably undone by the subsequent pre-Dark Fate installments, which may have negatively impacted audience interest in this latest chapter in the series. Well, now Mackenzie Davis is offering her explanation for why the film bombed at the box office. Because you went woke! What else there is to say? Davis appeared to on the Happy Sarcophagus podcast, but she discussed her belief on why the film bombed, as well as previously planned sequels that will no longer be happening. First, Davis addressed the drama behind the scenes when the production stated it wasn't trouble. She explained, No, I wouldn't classify it like that at all. She added there is a creative conflict. Sure, they are always going to be if you give a shit about what... No. Sorry. My apologies. ***** about what is happening. Otherwise, you have somebody who is sort of parroting the corporate interest. But let's move on. But no, not at all. I love the experience of making the movie. It was hard and rigorous, as I've always said, but people were amazing. Tim was an incredible director. Nobody cares. Davis then discussed the failure of the film at the box office. She stated, as far as the box office and stuff, it's Wokeminator 6. Nobody saw the last 3. I get it. It's okay. I don't think that means that we made was bad. Yes, it was. But I understand that the audience's appetite had been exhausted. No, we want more Terminator. We don't want Wokeminator. It's as simple as that. Why is it so difficult for you idiots to understand? Are you people retarded? I know what it's like being retarded. I'm a retard myself. But even I as a retard understand that audiences want certain stuff. Imagine if you made a movie or a franchise that pandered to the woke idiots and retards. Somehow, somewhere, for some absolute reason, that franchise took off with a woke crowd. It has never happened before. And it paid off, and suddenly you decide, hey, let's make the movie to pander to normies and non-SJWs. And you make the movie and it bombs. What are you gonna do? You're gonna pander to the non-SJWs normies, or are you going to still pander to the woke people? If the woke people actually manage to make your movie sell. Of course you're gonna try to get back to the old one instead of blaming the normies, etc. No. You have to blame yourself for doing this stupid thing. Here we are. Idiots. How much you attributed that to there being 3 women in the lead? I don't know. I never really wanted to engage with that stuff because I can't control it. I'm a woman, Nixon, and I really liked the part and I felt proud of what I did, so I couldn't be like, no one's seeing it because they are sexist. It seemed like the easy answer to me like, alright, 6 is too much, now we know, she concluded. Davis' assessment of the box office failure is quite different from director Tim Miller. Miller blamed the woke and go broke sentiment. Oh, get woke and go broke sentiment. He explained there was a lot of get woke and go broke sentiment that didn't help us. But when asked what that meant, he explained there was a lot of issues about having 3 women in lead positions and all of that stuff. There is quite a toxic atmosphere around this film online, which I was really surprised at. I shouldn't be, but I was, he added. This article is long, isn't it? He then detailed the fans are laying in wait to pounce on directors and creators. Yeah, and unfortunately I think it's a small minority, but it's a very vocal minority and they make a lot of noise and it's hard. You know, I don't will online on negativity, but it's human nature to read a little bit. He then provided an example stating, here is one, I did a Vanity Fair interview, it was a breakdown of a scene and I am in dark blue shirt and I am in a small room in the hotel where they were doing the junket and it's hot and there's lots of lights in there and so by the end of the hour in the interview I am sweating, alright? And I just read a couple of comments and they're like, look at this, F asterisk ing guy, he's sweating because he's destroying the franchise. Look at this guy, he's F asterisk ing sweating because he knows his career is over and he's tanked the franchise. I think people were being facetious, not actual literal. But let's go. And I'm like, no, I'm sweating because the room is hot and there's a lot of lights on me, he continued. They're being facetious, you idiot. Miller then stated, and maybe I didn't put on enough antiperspirant. I'm not nervous on for fuck's sake. You're focusing on this. Anyway, it's both sides fun in the start. Let's move on. Davis would then go on detail there were plans for her character in sequels. She revealed it was gonna be a sort of a timeline sort of... What? It was gonna be a sort of timeline thing sort of. Okay. Where there'll be another timeline that you'll explore. Okay. And there's no resurrection, she came from the future. Okay. She then confirmed that the film would have taken place in the future and follow her character there. Okay. And that you would make Davis explain... that's part of the author of the article trying to make people engage in the comment section. Alright. What I make of this? Well, once you convert Terminator into Wokeminator, you kind of lose the reason why people went to see the 5 movies in the first place. See, in the first one you had a very strong woman, and in the second one you also had one. You had strong women throughout all the series, and we kept coming back. Why is that? Is it because we are misogynists? No. Look, I'm a geek, I love this fucking stuff, I love the science fiction, I love this, and they all have strong women in those series, but strong and flawed characters, strong and flawed women, and yet we still fall in love with them. Instead of getting a Mary Sue type of stuff, which we don't like, we like strong women, but flawed women. We like seeing them grow. You know, that's why we enjoy those things. It's not like you get a perfect person like Mary Sue's type of deals, or Mary Sue as I like to call them for Star Wars. We like to see them grow. We don't like perfect, pristine things. You know what? Fuck this. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know, the usual shenanigans. Oh, and hit the notification bell button because that's also important. As you know, it's very important to get your daily dose of me. If you don't get the daily dose of me, how are you going to live with yourself? Really, you need a dose of me. Thank you for watching. Good night.